Welcome, welcome, welcome into this week's edition of the Video Fundamental of the Week. I'm your host, Jay Fahey, coming at you live from my dining room with number 11, Get Clear on Expectations. The fundamental reads, create clarity and avoid misunderstanding by discussing expectations up front. Set expectations for others and ask questions when you're unsure or unclear of what it is they expect from you. Try to end each meeting with clarity about all action items, responsibilities, and due dates. When I think of this fundamental, I think of the saying, if you want something done right, you've got to do it yourself. You've all heard this before. I know I've said it myself. But when I really break it down as to why it is I've said that, it's because something came up short of my expectations. And then I have to ask myself, was I completely clear with the individual that I either hired or entrusted to complete this task as far as what it is specifically that I wanted done? They do a pretty good job, but maybe they missed a couple of things here and there. We have to be careful not to assume that just by assigning something to someone or delegating something to another, that they fully can grasp what it is we want done in its entirety. If there's some question about a certain aspect of a responsibility that may be left open-ended or up to their interpretation, we can't leave it to risk. We need to make sure that in detail we let somebody know exactly what it is we want done. The flip side of that being, if we were entrusted to complete a given task and somebody was vague or a little unclear about what it was we wanted done, and I'm speaking personally, occasionally I've been too embarrassed to go back and ask for more information or perhaps admit that I didn't fully understand. It creates room for error. It's a gray area, and inevitably you almost set yourself up to fail because even though you did your best, your efforts may have been concentrated in a different direction or on something other than what that individual had hoped you would do. So by getting specific, and making sure that both parties have a clear understanding of what it is that's to be accomplished, we eliminate that room for error and put ourselves in a better position to succeed. A cute story I wanted to share with everybody today, something that I thought fit this fundamental, was recently my 2-year-old daughter, Emma, and I were in the basement, and she wanted to color, so I'd given her some markers and some paper. I was doing some work at our home office, and after a few minutes or so, I noticed things were a little quiet. Those of you who have children know that quiet is never really a good thing. It can be, but more often than not, they're up to something. When I went around the corner, Emma had drawn the most beautiful mural I'd ever seen from a 2-year-old all over our brand new, freshly painted walls. I don't know that I can necessarily fault her for that, because in giving her the materials to draw her little picture, I don't know that I specifically said, and don't draw on these walls. In fact, it might have been, have at it, kid. So again, important that whoever it is we're dealing with, we're always clear on what it is we want accomplished or what it is we expect from them, and then we put ourselves and the individual, like I say, in a position to do a good job and to succeed. I hope that resonates with you all. Have fun, make money, and everybody have a great week.